We're in Key West, Florida, and we're doing the kayak excursion. So this is part 2 of our kayaks in Key West. This was about a half-a-day excursion that we were doing from the Majesty of the Seas. We were in Key West for the day as part of a 4-night cruise that went to Key West and then Havana, Cuba. And this was in May of 2019, so we went on our cruise about 2 weeks before that new ruling came out in June of 2019 that barred all the cruise ships from going to Cuba. So we kind of snuck in under the wire. Hopefully they will reverse course on that at some point in the future and allow everybody to go back to Cuba, because we would love to do that again. But here we are. We had stopped for her to show us some things kind of along the way. This was a cool excursion because it was a lot of kayaking, but it was also like we would stop at certain points and she would show us, various things that are, that live in that area in the mangroves and stuff like that. So it was, like a part nature tour, part just, kayaking adventure on the open water type of thing.
Look down right to your right.
You good? Are you good?
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, we're going to put the GoPro through the paces because with the heat and like the continuous recording and,
How long do you think that one battery lasts?
Oh, I've already changed that batteries.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's what I was doing this minute ago. I brought several. Plus, I think you have a couple of them on you too. I'm talking about the device itself, like, really durability test.
His whole body kind of like ripples. It's really cool.
Well, you definitely get your exercise with kayaking, that's for certain. And I think I mentioned this in the first video, but I was still, the whole time we were doing this, I was trying to learn and kind of figure out how to maneuver the kayak, because there's, turning and slowing down and steering, and especially when there was another person, because Maria is behind me, and there were a lot of times throughout the excursion where we're both trying to paddle together, to either turn or just to go in general. And if you've never done it before, there's definitely a learning curve in terms of how to get used to operating a kayak in general, plus also when there's another person in the kayak with you. Sniff each person. Sniffs each person. Checks them out.
See how his whole body kind of moves? If you guys go on that side, he's going to be going over to that side of them. He's going towards the front of their boat towards the other side. Will you help them point him out to them? Is he gone?
Yeah, it's hard to see. I don't want to get into the trees here. Where is he?
See where that flap where there's like some... We'll try. Maybe we'll see another one. We'll try. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but there's some of the ground that's mixed up down there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Cloudy. He's right up.
He's right under there apparently somewhere. Let me... They're all way over there.
Maybe this time we can.
I can't because I'm going to hit them. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Everyone come on over. So we just saw a stingray. Now we got a star. Sea star. So I heard starfish. You said that.
I did.
You did? It's not a fish.
Okay.
So it's a part of the echinoderm family as well. He is cousin to the sea cucumber that we just found. So he's a little bit sharper than the sea cucumber. Keep down. So when him, make sure you are easy with the top part of him. It's kind of a little sharp. Don't want anyone to hurt themselves. So this is the Florida thorny sea star. That's how they got their names. There's this darker part, that's the top of him. And then he has one eyeball on the end of each of his legs. So he has 5 eyes. These are thousands of little suction cups. You can see him moving right now. Those are tubes. Those are his feet. He moves very slowly on these little suction cups. And then his stomach and his mouth is right here in the center. I'll pass him around. Make sure he does get water every once in a while. Every time you pass him, you might want to dunk him. Take pictures with him. This is the biggest this guy will get. The Florida thorny sea stars are only about the size of a cup, like a teacup. Stop. They actually, being that little, can weigh pretty heavy. They can be up to like 11 pounds that size.
Wow.
Very dense guys, and they live a very, very long life. 35 up to 35 years.
What do they eat?
What do they eat? So they're very slow, so they can't catch their own living food. They move actually like 3 foot in one day. Like really slow. So they eat anything dying or decaying. Anything dying or decaying. And why I kind of hung out over here to look for them, if you look at the roots of the mangroves, you'll see there's like oysters or mussels growing on it, shellfish. Those are mangrove tree oysters. And they're about the only living thing that these guys eat, so it's their favorite food. And this little sea star is actually the strongest thing out here in Kayaking Channel. Unlike we have to cook oysters or shuck them with a knife, they actually will use their little suction cups and pry that living oyster open. And they actually, how they eat it is they remove their stomachs from their body. So their stomach leaves their body and they spit out this real acidic juice. It'll then turn that meat of the oyster into like a meat smoothie. And then as he slurps that meat smoothie in, his stomach then re-enters his body as well. It takes him about a day and a half to eat one oyster.
I guess it. Oh, you want to see it? Okay.
You're a bullet. So I said echinoderms have the ability to regrow cells. This guy, if he loses a limb, he can, over 380 days, so about a year to a year and a half, he will regrow his limb. He has the ability to regenerate his limbs. And sometimes it kicks into overdrive and you'll find some with 6 or 7 limbs. They'll grow 1 or 2 extra.
If you like the video so far, please consider giving it a like, as that really helps out the channel. And if you'd want to see more, you might also consider subscribing to the channel and change that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video.
Yeah. Humans are the #1 predator of sea stars because they are kind of advertised as like decoration or jewelry. Like who has those sea star earrings right now? Yeah, they're metal. No worries. But people will come down here on vacation and they find them because there are a lot of them down here. And they take them back home with them. They return home and their luggage smells a lot like a rotting animal because they didn't kill something. And if you are caught taking any of these things out of the water and keeping them, it's an immediate $500 fine. We have another kind of sea star. You usually find them out in deeper, like kind of out at the beach. They're big. They're about this big and they're about this thick and weigh up to like 50 pounds. They're this bright coral color. Their legs are more attached, so they're more triangular than long and skinny like this guy. They're called the Kayaking sea star. And they actually just became endangered because of this. Yeah. Exactly. So, nurse sharks and stingrays are going to be your natural predators of these sharks. Nurse sharks and stingrays.
Hey, what's up, man?
Ben, what do you think of these little sharks? Back here, the nurse sharks range from like 2 to 6 feet. Out at the reef, they'll grow up to about 12 feet. But the nurse sharks back here, like, don't ever worry. They are responsible for the most shark attacks out of any other shark, but that's because people mess with them. So their teeth are in the back of their throats, so they don't actually bite you. People end up grabbing their tails because they don't think they'll hurt them, and they have this very strong suction. They'll suction onto you. And a lot of the time the sharks end up dying because you can't get them off. So people keep them out of water for too long and then they end up dying. But they're not gonna actually like teeth bite you like another shark. But if there's 10 nurse sharks, I would get in and go swimming because they're not gonna mess with you. As long as you don't mess with them, basically. Are you all done with the sea star? Where is it? Over here?
What is his name?
Finn.
Finley? Is it just Finn?
Yeah, he's named after snorkel fins. We can pass him up to
No, no,
her and
yeah. No, don't paddle. Let me turn us around.
His name was kind of silly because 2 months ago he didn't.
What's that? I'm trying to turn us around. As long as you're not. He's like, wait a minute. I changed my mind.
I don't know. I didn't want to go. I'm just kidding.
It's up to you. He's having a blast up there.
Off of that seagrass. So this is a spotted sea hare. We get them during the winter time. He is usually a darker green color with dark black spots. They live a very short life, opposite of that sea star. They only live actually 5 to 8 months long. So this is like the end of his life, probably. That you can see he's kind of pale colored. He is basically an inside-out slug. So he's very squishy. you'll see these four little horns up there. That's how he moves around. That's how he steals his way around. And then he has this long, grippy bottom. That's how he moves. Has his long, grippy bottom right here. That's how he scoots around. He will. So his natural defense mechanism is to ink. He might spit out a bright purple ink. It does not stain your skin. It won't stain your skin. Just try not to get it on your clothes. Is there a yellow spotted one? No, I'll pass it to you guys. Take it out.
Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and change your notifications and the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video.
And actually, here's another one right over here. They do ink, yeah. Did he ink on you?
Oh, wow.
So here's another one. Oh, this one's inking on me. So it's this bright purple ink. If it inks on you,
Wow.
smell it.